Everyone, and we are live. I'm live on several different social media platforms. So I just want to say good morning to everyone, and I will quickly introduce myself for those who do not know me. So I am Courtney Herring. I am a serial entrepreneur, especially in healthcare. I own a medical practice that caters to only our nation's veterans for the Community Care Network. And I have built over 50 private practices that have also been very lucrative. So today, I just wanted to talk about a couple things. I do have a webinar on Thursday at 7 p.m. And if you go into my bio, you will be able to see that. But if not, I will go ahead and let you know what it is. So it's yougrowhealthcare.com. So www.yougrowhealthcare.com. So let's get started. So, what is going on with healthcare, right? So, some of you, right, are healthcare providers, or you have a passion about healthcare and you want to help other people. And with that, you have to understand that personal brand and visibility is super, super important. So, today we're going to talk about 5 ways, right, that a healthcare provider or someone who wants to provide a service who might not actually be a doctor or whatnot or build a private practice, right, can be visible, right, online. So let's get started. So, number one, collaboration is key. Okay. A lot of people forget that, yes, you might own a private practice, you might be whatever, what have you, but you are nothing without the community. People need to know who you are. And that not even is, just the patients, but also other doctors around you. You want to get other referrals, right? From other referral sources. Even if you are a therapist, or a family nurse practitioner or whatever, what have you, same difference. You have to also partner with other people in your community. You are never, right, the most important person in your community, right? You are an asset. So again, make sure that you are meeting with other people and collaborating with other, clinical leaders. I'm trying to escape the sun. The sun is like totally coming in, so I'll move it a little bit more and we'll see what happens. So also update your bio. There's so many times that I meet different healthcare providers and I don't know when they had their updated profile picture, but I'm going to tell you right now that needs to be done. Okay. I think that you should take pictures. I mean, almost every 6 months. If you cannot do that, you should take pictures every year. So, one of the things that I do for just to always have, recent pictures is I actually work a lot of times with Nick Nelson. He owns Brandpreneur, and I meet with him every February. February is my birthday month. It'll be actually my birthday on Saturday. And I like to get new pictures, right? We all change over the years. It doesn't mean that we, get worse looking or whatever, but you want to make sure that people know exactly what you look like. I cannot tell you how many times I have met healthcare professionals and their profiles are from like 1980. Okay. I need to know who you are. I want to connect with you, and people can connect through a photo, right? It also doesn't have to be a stuffy photo, but we'll talk about that later. The next thing is video, right? So I'm showing up for you on video. That is something that is a must, right? No one will get to know you if you are not visible. And I mean visible in so many different ways. Sorry, I'm still going to move my mic and everything. Visible means, showing up on video, showing up live, right? Showing what do you do maybe on a daily basis, showing up behind the scenes, showing everyone what is that you do, right? What is important about you, or what is cool about you? What is unique about you, right? There is something for everybody, and it's very important. For healthcare providers, you are doing something for others that is so intimate, right? I mean, there's so many different things that we have to tell you, right, as patients, that we might not tell anyone else, right? So we have to feel comfortable with you. We have to understand that and feel that we can actually speak to you in a way that is comforting, right? Because some things are not good, right? But we are going to put our faith and our trust in you as our healthcare provider, and that is so important. So next thing is educational materials. A lot of times people forget that we are always constantly learning, and one of the ways that you can really captivate your audience with social media is by giving them informational material and things that they can actually consume, right? So let's say that you are I don't know, a licensed clinical social worker and you do therapy, right? A lot of times, or whatever, individual therapy. You can give, I don't know, 5 tips or 5 challenges of sleep, maybe, or 5 things to reduce, anxiety, different things like that, right? It's about education. So, also, when I'm talking about healthcare providers, I'm talking about everyone. I'm talking about nurses. I'm talking about anyone who helps other people, right, in a healthcare setting. You have to have a personal brand. And that is something that, I am just really passionate about. Yes, I do come from a different generation, and I'll be honest. I'm going to be 42 this year on Saturday. I'm super excited about it. And I didn't grow up, obviously being on social media and growing up and showing my face everywhere, right? It was a commercial, right? You saw it on the TV. Well, guess what? Now I have to show up just like I'm showing up here, right? And it's different. But this is what you have to do. This is how I have grown several multi-million dollar businesses, by showing up just like I'm showing right now, right? So, first of all, I'm not perfect. Secondly, I'm like trying to run away from the sun that's like peeking in through here. Nothing is perfect, but that's what people like about me. That's what people like about you. You're not perfect. So show that, show that. So educational material, right? Help people live their life in a better way, right? Through your expertise. Then also reviews. So about, 90% of people now look at reviews, okay, online. They do. That especially for, healthcare providers. So not only for patients, but also for, the healthcare providers that I'm talking about. Um, you can go on Google. You can see how many people have actually given you a review, right? What are people saying about you? What are the testimonials, right? I mean, you can go into my testimonials right now, on LinkedIn if you want to, and you can see that I've met tons of different people that might not even be in healthcare. But the point is that we have to make sure that, again, we show up. If you show up, then you get good reviews. If you show up, right, you get information, meaning your patients or whoever, right? And one of the other things that I always like to tell people is, yes, I was a social worker, and 2, I do own my own medical practice. Now, I will tell you, a couple weeks ago, a couple of physicians, got on the mic or whatever, and I'm just gonna let's just settle this now. All right, I'm not a physician, but I'm gonna tell you what I am. I am a humanitarian, and I believe in our nation's veterans. And because I believe in our nation's veterans, I created a space for our nation's veterans. Because what you don't know is that I used to be a social worker that used to supervise over 300 men a night, okay, in Raleigh, North Carolina. That is terrible. 300 men a night, people, are sleeping on the streets. Do you know how many of those are our nation's veterans? So I'm not going to get on my soapbox, but I am going to say, to whoever wants to put anything that is possibly even negative on any of the things that I'm talking about right now, I'm going to tell you right now, I made a practice to serve because they have served our country. Now, if you feel as though I'm not qualified, you know what? I might not be. You know why? Because I employ nurse practitioners. I employ other LCSWs. So I want everyone to also think about that, right? Just because someone might not be what you think does not mean that they still cannot do good in this world, right? So again, if you are a healthcare provider and you want to be the best that you can be, I want you to sign up for my webinar. And that is on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And I will be there ready to go. And why? Because you matter. Right now, we are in a healthcare crisis. We've been in a healthcare crisis, but it's been magnified, obviously, a lot more through the pandemic, let's just say. But we've been in a healthcare crisis for a very, very long time. Okay. So, with that being said, we need you. I'm not here on this platform or any of these platforms that you're going to see me on to bash healthcare or to do certain things to healthcare. I want you to be better. I want you to show up because I have been a patient. My son has been a patient. We all have had, interactions with healthcare providers. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is what people are saying. Go ahead and partner with other clinical leaders. You are not the end all be all. If you do oncology, guess what? Go ahead and partner with a gastroenterologist, right? Or radiologist. Go ahead and do that. You are not alone. And you can't do anything alone. So even as a healthcare provider, you need to know other healthcare providers. It's so important. The next thing is update your bio, okay? And update your picture, please, because if it's from 1980, I'm just going to be honest. Also, get on here and do video. It's okay. You don't have to be perfect. Sometimes I show up, I don't have any makeup on. Sometimes my kid is running in the back. This is the realness. This is what it is, right? But I'm still here to help people, and I'm still here to do and walk in my purpose. Next, educational material. Go ahead, tell people about what do you do? Why is it important to come to your office? Why is it important for us to take care of ourselves? What do you know, right? Let us know because we want to know. And then also your reviews. If you do all of these things, your reviews will follow and everything will flourish. So you will start seeing me a lot. And again, to anyone that has any questions, please go ahead and reach out. And again, my webinar is on Thursday and it is at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And the link will either be in my bio or if it's on LinkedIn, it is actually in my featured section. All right, everyone, have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow.